Hello, YouTubers. Sorry it's took us a while.
It's your boy.
Yep, and it's your sports guy. So, yeah, our last one was in October, right?
Whatever you say.
Alright. First off, congrats to the Red Sox on winning the World Series of 2013.
Told you, America.
They got lucky. A lot of baseball off-season moves, though, right?
Got that right, girlfriend.
Alright. Well, Cano goes to the Mariners, and Granderson goes to the Mets, which is two very big losses for the Yankees.
Look who they're gaining. I'll just read you off the list right now. Beltran, Roberts, Ellsbury, Cano. Who else?
How are they going to gain Cano when they just lost him?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, yeah.
But like I was saying, besides Cano, look who else are they gaining. Cano went to the Mariners.
Alright, well, they're not the only ones making off-season moves. The Rays signed Heath Bell, great closer.
Didn't they sign someone else too? James Lonely. They re-signed him.
They signed a new contract with him. Pretty good. I mean, all the first basemen out in the market were just going other places, so we had nowhere else to go.
Yeah, but he was a solid start for the Rays too.
Yeah. David Price. A lot of rumors.
I think he is going to the Mariners. No offense to you and your Rays.
I don't think he's going anywhere. The Rays want a big offer, and no one's offering him anything because they know, well, the Rays aren't going to give him to the AL East foe because they're going to want something big. Like, say the Blue Jays want him, the Rays are going to want Jose Bautista from the Blue Jays for Price. Say the Red Sox want him, the Rays are going to want, I don't know,
Dustin Pedroia,
Mike Napoli and John Lester. Lester.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The Yankees are going to want, I don't know, Sabathia. I think
Felix Hernandez.
But another closer deal, Jim Johnson went to the Athletics for Jamal Weeks.
That's Ricky Wheat's brother.
Yeah. He's not as good, but, you know, they needed a second baseman filling in Brian Roberts.
Yep. Big loss there.
Yeah. And probably one of the biggest moves, Jacoby Ellsbury, your World Series champs, going to the Yankees.
Traitor. He's a traitor.
Is that all you think about him?
No. He's a great player, though, and a great center fielder, and he's going to have great success in New York. I don't know why they got rid of Curtis Granderson, but...
Yeah, I don't know. He might do well.
He went to the other side of the island.
Oh my god, I can't believe you said that. Alright, well, moving over to football.
So,
who's the best team, you think?
Seattle Seahawks.
Can you say it one more time?
The Seattle Seahawks.
Alright. Just want to make sure. No brainer, it's the Seattle Seahawks. They're the best team at home, and they haven't lost since 2011 at home.
And the best offense there could not do anything except 7 points, and the Bucks could put more points against the Saints than the number one offense in the league, Saints, did up there. Ain't that something?
That's pretty something.
With a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, they already clinched a playoff spot. As well as in the AFC, the Broncos.
Denver.
I mean, of course, it's Peyton Manning, and he's on every single commercial of Papa John's.
That Old Spice Wes Welker commercial.
Speaking of Wes Welker, he's likely out until the playoffs.
That's going to be a huge knockout for them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have other receivers. They have Demaryius Thomas, Julius Thomas, Eric Decker. So I think they'll do fine. Just their defense needs to step up.
Yeah, they really do. They're slacking. They're 28 or I think, yeah, 28th in the league in their secondary, and their secondary is just terrible.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
what about the draft this year? There's a lot of good prospects coming out
Teddy Bridgewater's projected first.
to the Houston Texans.
Yeah, that's right.
I think he'll go there for sure.
Speaking of Houston, they've done terrible. If you would have told me they're what 2-11 now,
Yeah.
if you would have told me that they would be like 2-11 or 2-12 by this time of the season, I would have bet you $100 on it. There's no way they would have.
I honestly said in the beginning of the year it would be the Seahawks and Houston in the Super Bowl, and that just shot about the Texans. They just died.
Oh yeah, completely.
They left the face of the earth.
They won their first 2 games and they haven't won one since September.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What about the Rams? They're getting the second pick this year.
Maybe.
From Washington.
Well, you don't know it. The season's not over, so
True.
never know.
So who do you think is going to go to the playoffs this year?
All right. Well, why don't we look at the standings?
I know number 1 in the AFC is the Denver Broncos, and number 1 in the AFC is the...
Alright, well, leading the East is the Patriots at 10-4. The North is the Bengals, 9-5. The West, the Broncos, of course, but they're tied with the Chiefs. The Chiefs!
The Chefs.
The Chiefs, they're 11-3. Are you kidding me? They went 2-14 last year.
8 Pro Bowlers on that team. And watch out for the Bucks next year. They could be just like the Chiefs. I don't think they'll be 11-3, but maybe 10-6 would be good.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
The Colts are 9-5. And the Jags. They started out like 0-9.
Yeah.
And they've won the last 4 out of 5 games.
That's just amazing. And their defense is turning on right now.
It's not like they're going anywhere.
No.
Over in the NFC South, we got the Saints and the Panthers at 10-4. That could come down to the last game of the season.
This is the game this week to show that the Panthers can beat the Saints. This is the week right now, and Drew Brees is terrible on the road.
They look like a bunch of little kids.
Yeah. Baby Drew Brees.
And
The Bears.
the Bears in the North.
You know what's something? Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers still has the chance for that division.
Yeah, I mean, they started out good though, so Matt Flynn only won like 2 games.
He
with the Packers,
sucks.
I think.
Well,
I mean, he's a backup. So, I think the Packers could get into the playoffs, like, as a wild card, but I don't think anything else. I don't think they're going to get the division.
the only way for them to go to the playoffs, I think, is to win the division because they will not surpass 49ers or Carolina. And
Yeah.
the Lions are slipping. They were top in that division, and now they're just slipping.
Yeah. They're 7-7 now.
It's funny. All the points from last week's Monday night game was from Justin Tucker,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
kicker.
6 field goals?
Yep.
Yeah.
And a 61-yarder.
And the NFC East, the Eagles and the Cowboys are like this.
Yep.
Eagles are 8-6 and the Cowboys are 7-7. And of course, in the NFC West, it's the Seahawks.
Did you see Matt Prater broke the record for the longest field goal?
64 yards.
That's amazing.
In the AFC team, I think the toughest team besides the Broncos and Chiefs, I think the Patriots.
This might be a wild shot, but I think the Bengals could beat the Patriots. The Patriots have...
Definitely not if it's in New England.
No, but if it's in Cincinnati, I think they can take on the New England.
Yes, but you gotta know Brady's way better than Andy Dalton, and I think Brady can do pretty good against their defense.
Yes, but the thing I'm saying is Brady, he's having an okay year, and the thing is, they have no wide receivers, and Gronk was out because of his MCL.
Well, the Bengals can score, but if Harrison and Petco, one of the two defensive linemen for the Bengals, can put on some rush defense like on Brady, I think the Bengals will have a shot. But
What really hurt him this year is because of Geno Atkins. He's out for injury reserve.
It's another great player, but we'll talk about that more in the playoffs.
Who do you think would win if it came down to the playoffs, Denver and Kansas City?
It's hard to say. You got to know where it is, and you got to know what's happening, all that.
I think Denver could beat them anyway, even if it was in Kansas City or Denver.
Possibly.
But it's hard to beat a team 3 times, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but the Chiefs, look at Jamal Charles last week. 4 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown.
51.50 fantasy football points.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. I wish I had him.
It's funny, last year, Doug Martin got 50 points on that defense, too, in fantasy football.
I remember that.
And
he had like 4 rushing touchdowns.
I had him, too, and I was glad about that day. Man.
Yeah, Doug Martin, out for the year. Remember that? That happened in Atlanta.
His shoulder sucks.
So what do you think about the coach over there in Tampa?
He is terrible. He just needs to get lost right now.
Who?
Craig Shanino. I know I said that wrong.
Who?
Schiano.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think everyone loves him, but then at the same time, I think everyone hates him. I feel like they would have fired him if they lost 1 or 2 more games, but since they started winning a bunch, they started doing pretty good.
Hands down, they should get Lovie Smith.
I think that would be a good head coach pickup.
No, but now the Texans are trying to interview for him.
I can see that happening.
Oh, you see John Gruden might go to Texas?
I don't think it's happening.
I don't either. John Gruden won't come back. What about Atlanta this year?
Oh, terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
They were a Super Bowl contender too this year.
Yeah, their first week they were projected to go to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Right now, the Falcons and the Seahawks.
The biggest bust this year is Atlanta and Texans.
And 2 Super Bowl picks.
Who do you think will win the East this year?
I don't know.
That's
a good question. Let's leave that out to the YouTube followers.
Right.
In the comments below, just write who you think's going to win the NFC East in football. Philadelphia Eagles or the Dallas Cowboys.
Or if you want to pick anybody else in that division, it's okay, but...
But you'd be kind of stupid because there's no possible way that the Giants or the Redskins can win. It's mathematically impossible they can win the division.
Unless they want to add an invisible game.
But yeah, that's a nice question. You decide, Philly or the Cowgirls. Doesn't matter.
There would be no even possible way the Giants would.
Yeah.
How Eli's playing.
Oh yeah, he's either on it or off it, and usually when he's on it, that's when the defense brings them into the playoffs. And the defense isn't stepping up because they lost Osi Umenyiora to the Falcons.
They still have the stud Justin Tucker, though.
Yeah, and JPP.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the same.
No. And even in Atlanta, he's not.
Yeah,
doing
they lost a
good.
linebacker too to the Carolina Panthers, John Beasley.
Yep, him too. That defense. He ain't as good as was Michael Strahan was there.
Yeah.
What about the Skins? With RG3 benched.
Yeah.
Can't believe that. I think he was just
He's
hurt.
not showing up this year.
I think he was just hurt.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
It's had to be something about him getting hurt.
He wasn't 100%.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Cardinals can make it over the 49ers.
I don't see that happening.
I don't either.
How about some shoot and score hockey?
Lightning won last night 4-2.
Yep. Against Nashville Predators.
Seth Jones and Shea Weber.
Yep.
Stamkos got hurt with a tibia injury, and he's
Yeah, in
again.
early November. That was a real bust for the Lightning. But you know what? They're doing a pretty good job without him. They're third in the Eastern Conference.
And who's leading the team to victory is Ben Bishop.
I'd have to put an argue to that and say Marty St. Louis.
Well, yeah, but
Bishop as well. He's 18-5.
and he's the leading candidate for the U.S. Olympic hockey team right now, starting goaltender.
He's outstanding this year. Now, Anders Lindback, on the other hand,
He won the game for us, but like you said,
exactly. He's not really doing anything that's surprising me. Marty's, I think, coming up good as a captain.
he's the life and soul of the Lightning.
Exactly. Ever since he came here.
Yep.
And what? In 98? Yeah. Here he is. Alright. But I really hope Vinny comes back.
I don't think he's had a down year this year. He's always getting injured with the Flyers.
Yeah, that's right. But he is one of their top goal scorers when he is in.
That's
So if he did come back to the Lightning, I don't think I would make him captain though.
he would be an alternate captain.
I'd make him alternate, but I'm not going to take it away from Marty and give it back to Vinny.
No, no doubt.
That's not happening. A former Lightning player, Pavel Kabina, retired today.
A great NHL player and a great addition for our Stanley Cup win in 2004.
Oh yeah, 13 seasons. I don't think we would have been able to do it. I mean, each player has something to do in a game, and I know he at least had something to do in one of the games because he had a breakaway goal in overtime to win it for one of the regular season games. Now, maybe if they didn't win that would have made the whole team mad or whatever, and they wouldn't have won the next game. And
or
they would have had a worse.
Yeah.
They would have had a worse record, and I don't know, not make the playoffs that year. So he had a contribution to the team. Yeah.
So what do you think of the national championship will come to Tampa in 2017?
I like the stadium and everything, but I don't know. It doesn't matter where it is to me. As long as there's a BCS and Alabama's in it. But not this year.
And then that's funny. Auburn crushed your dreams.
Yeah, they got lucky though. They got really lucky.
It's speaking of Auburn, they're facing Florida State this year in the BCS championship.
I know that might sound weird for an Alabama saying it, but I hope Auburn beats Florida State.
Florida State all the way.
I've always kind of liked Auburn, but, you know, I've liked Alabama better. But, you know, I just totally do not like Florida State at all, and definitely not their freshman quarterback and what he does.
And speaking of him, he won the Heisman Trophy winner and the second freshman to do it behind Johnny Football.
That's a joke. He's a joke.
He's going to be a next Tebow in the NFL.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he'll be better, but...
Men's up?
Yeah, than
Oh,
Tebow.
yeah.
I gotta say he's gonna have a longer playing career too.
Yeah, possibly. Alright, well, I think that does it. Sorry for the long wait.
But we're coming back, and we're coming black.
I'm not going black. I think he might. I don't know. But I'm not. But, yep. We'll be back in a couple of days, and thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment to the question. Eagles, Cowboys. Alright.
Sports guy, Jersey boy.
Oh, yep. We're probably going to go play PS3 now. So, see you there. Good night. See ya.